SimWorld. Welcome to Blazin Takes, another episode coming out for the weekend. It's Monday. I'm sorry I'm saying things the wrong way. I'm a little excited. I'm Rick Blazin, of course, my guy. What's going on, Steve? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Another day here in the studio, ready to get it rolling. It's hot in here. Wore my hoodie anyways, you know how it is. But we got a lot to talk about here.
Yeah, it's not just another day. It's the H-Town holiday, baby. The news broke earlier today. Coach Bellardi has spawned Latin America, and he's headed to the H. Hey, the Zen Master is what I call him, is going to H-Town. I'm excited, as you can tell by the sound in my voice. It's going to be – I haven't even begun thinking about the team, who's there, how coach – I ain't got that far. I don't need to go that far right now. Coach Bellardi in H-Town. And Coach Bellardi, I got to say this with all my heart. I mean, nothing but love. If you leave H-Town, I gotta come after you.
I mean, look,
H-Town, I gotta come after you. But
Rick, the way his track record's going, you might have to go after him, bro.
I got some goons. I got some goons ready lined up. I'm just telling you, Bellardi, no disrespect. But my boys gonna do what my boys gonna do. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't spawn us in H-Town. I don't play them kind of games. We play for keeps. I'm excited. But let me ask you a question now. See, now we got the show open. We got that out of the way. Do you think it's good or bad for SimWorld for coaches to leave as often as we've seen them leaving this offseason? Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing for SimWorld?
Look, I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's a good thing for SimWorld, and I'll tell you why, but not for, like, a direct reason. I think it's indicative of a few problems. I think one problem being that coaches are leaving so often because they're not getting the full coaching control, the full control over the organization, the basketball team that they would like to have. So they're getting these shiny new offers from other organizations, wherever else they may be, and they're saying, all right, maybe they'll give me a little bit more control. I think a lot of the organizations are striving so hard to be the best team that they're not giving the coach full control. And after, a bad season or something like that, or even a bad stretch, they're saying you're out, which I get. Look, you got to get the coach that's going to work best for you. And I have my thoughts on Bellardi about that. Great man, but his track record in the last season was not great. I know a couple seasons ago he was wonderful, and he's been leaving. I don't necessarily think him leaving is something that you look at and you go, he's got to stop doing that. I think it could have to do with, like I said, an issue with ownership and organization of these teams not kind of giving enough control and enough leeway to these coaches to be able to really make that team theirs. And because of that, coaches are looking for greener pastures.
Yeah, and I typically don't agree with you on text, but I'm going to have to agree with you with this part. I have a different reason why, but I have to agree. I think the coaches leaving their teams and their rate that has been going on. Again, this part of the conversation is not about Bellardi specifically. This is about the coaches in SimWorld in general. So I'm going to put that out there. But I do think it's bad for the SimWorld. And I say this because a lot of reasons. The main reason why, besides the kids, of course, you mentioned the kids whose parents is trusting you with the responsibility of their child and to lead them to greatness and lead them to be the best that they can be. And in some instances, they're packing up their things as a family and following the coach to help their child finish out their dream, to fulfill their dream. But this is the biggest. So I'm going to put that to the side. That's a huge thing.
That is a big thing, Rick.
That's a huge thing. But let me just talk to the coaches. Let me just speak to the coaches on their level, on what they got going. You know what I smell when I see these coaches leaving like that? I can't say what I want to say, but I'm just going to say punks. I smell a bunch of punks, man. Again, this is not a direct shot at nobody. But if the shoe fits, go and wear it. That's all I'm saying. I smell a bunch of punks because what I know is the best coaches in history, for the majority of them, they've made one of the things that separates them from a lot of other coaches is they have consistency in the organization and the team that they are on. For the most part, when you think about the best of the best, the Coach Popovich, when you think about Coach K on the college level, when you think about Belichick on the football level, on any level you go to, those individuals who are considered the best for the most part, they are at this team for a long period of time, or at least for 5, 6, 7, 10 years. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I think these
dude, I
coaches
couldn't.
are copping out. They're copping out. The talent pool may be dry this season, or enough too many of their players leave, and this is how you become that guy to say it doesn't matter what the talent pool is. It doesn't matter who's leaving. I'm this good of a coach. I can make it happen. And I don't see coaches doing that, and they ain't standing with their chest. I smell a bunch of punks.
I mean, I couldn't agree more about that. The thing is, like you said, a lot of the most consistent coaches, and they are considered the greats. Not all of them, they're the exceptions, but a lot of the great ones took time to build that program. Most coaches that end up being greatest of all time, they don't step in to whether it's an NBA organization, a college, athletic department, a high school athletic department, whatever it may be. Nobody steps into a great team and is then considered one of the greatest coaches of all time. It takes time to build. It takes time to do all that. And I do want to touch on, I said we were going to put it to the side, you said, but look, the whole thing about like these kids want to then pack up their whole families, travel across the country, follow this coach around. To me, look, yes, that's an issue for the families. Like, I'm sorry, maybe some of them are well off, can make that happen, no problem. Some of them aren't so much. But the thing is, families who are willing to do that, they're gambling that their kid is going to be a pro one day and is going to make all that money back. It's a gamble. And the reality of the situation is, we talk about this a lot, not everybody at this level is going to be a superstar or is even going to have a chance at the league. That's just the harsh reality of the situation. There is a very small percentage of basketball players in the world who ever get to sniff the NBA, who ever get to sniff the pros. There's EuroLeague, there's all that, but even with all those extras, very small percentage. So I think that is like a huge issue, because you got people really gambling their future, saying, I'm going to follow this coach, he's going to get their mortgages, literally, saying, I'm going to follow this coach, he's going to get me there. But that coach wasn't willing to stay where he was and develop you. That coach wanted to dip for what was, quote unquote, a better opportunity. And I just don't know if that's someone that I would personally follow. Like, I got to work on my game, and I got to keep in mind that I got to find my role. I got to do whatever, because I might not be that superstar. I might not be that guy who's going to make it to the league no matter what. So I think that's a big issue. I think it's something coaches got to keep in mind more, but I also think it's indicative of these organizations need to give these coaches a chance to do that.
I agree. I agree. Last take really quick. Nick Hugo, should he leave or should he stay?
Well, I actually got sources that right before we stepped into the studio that he did have a word with his Run DMV squad, said that he made the announcement that he was exploring options before the Coach Banks news had dropped, and that now he is firmly with Run DMV. He does not plan on leaving. So that does kind of close that saga. I was going to say, look, I don't necessarily think it's the best idea for him to leave. I do think there could be some positives, but I think at the end of the day, he probably made the right decision sticking around.
Oh, my God. Oh, man, my man. Nick, when I'm out there for the Wale concert, man, I'm going to take you to Ben Chili Bowl, man. I can't bring you to the concert with me, because I'm going to be doing things that you and your mother shouldn't know about. But I appreciate you staying, Nick. I made a promise to Wale that you were going to be in the DMV, and my tickets to the Howard Homecoming concert was in jeopardy. I'm so thankful for you. There's no one more happier than Nick Hugo is staying than I am. You are the number one Hugo Mania fan right here, Rick Blaze. Nick, thank you. Wale, it's on, baby. I'll see y'all in Howard in October.
Go get up there, Rick. Come on. Go see Hugo.
I appreciate you, Hugo. Hey, so before we go, I do a grab bag. So grab that question. Now, SimWorld, if you have a question you want us to bring up on our show on the Blazin' Takes, put in DM me or DM Siege, and if it's make it a good question. I want something a really good question that we can answer live here. And we'll try our best to do it. Now, I know Mark.
And you'll get a little shout out. You'll get a little shout out.
You get a little shout out. We'll give you your credit. And we want some really good grab back questions. It can be SimWorld related. It cannot be SimWorld related. But, if you have something, put it in the DM and we can talk about it, man. So, before we go, we cussed and discussed about the Hugo situation. We cussed and we discussed about the coach sleeping situation. Let's do a little grab bag situation. Now, it's lunchtime for some, it's the afternoon for others. You may have ate, you may have about to eat, but I'm glad to get something to eat. So I have to ask this question. I know the last grab bag question was about food, but damn it, I like food.
Consistent teams. You got to love consistent teams. There you go.
When I think about grab bags, I'm thinking about food. So here's what it is. Halloween is coming up, Siege. What is the number one Halloween candy?
Put me on the spot here. I always got, because I'm thinking, like, am I going chocolate with this answer? Am I going, like real, pure candy? Am I going chocolate? Like, what am I thinking here? Look, if I'm going, the first thing that pops in my mind, I'm a big chocolate peanut butter guy. Reese's is that's my go-to.
God damn it, Siege, we are on point. We are in line today. Continue.
That's not the point of the show, Rick. We got to disagree.
I know, but Reese's is number one. Reese's is number one. The worst. Okay.
No take, and we're not going to be fake. So if we agree, we agree. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Okay. Okay. Here we go. What's the worst Halloween candy?
Dude, I'm going to be real. This might be a hot take because I know it's a real popular one.
Oh, you better say what I think of.
I feel like I'm about to say what you're thinking. Candy corn is overrated. It's not
good. You did it again, see?
It's not a good candy, bro. It's not.
Terrible. Candy corn.
Bland. It's not good. Everyone freaks out about it, but I'm sorry. Like, it's not good.
Yeah, I agree. So we've got to change the episode from today from Blazin takes to reach out and touch somebody's hand takes, apparently. It's friendly takes today. We're hot up. We're passionate about the topic, but we're not really disagreeing. Candy corn is trash, my man.
Trash.
And if you eat candy corn, then your breath is now trash, my man. Any girl put her lips on candy corn cannot put their lips on me, and I'm out.